Hi, welcome to On the Scene. My name is Diana Klink, host of today's show. There's so much to fall in love with in Suffolk this fall time of the year. We're going to be talking about some legendary events, including the Legends of Sleepy Hole and the Legends of Main Street Ghost Walk, and we'll be finishing off with some of the other fall events as well as Restaurant Week. All of this when we return. Hi, welcome back to On the Scene. Joining us now is Teresa Earls, Tourism Development Manager, and Lori Carter, Special Events Coordinator with Suffolk Parks and Recreation. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Now, it's always a spectacular time to be in Suffolk, but this is a spooktacular time when we talk about the upcoming Legends of Sleepy Hole and then the Legends of Main Street. And Teresa, why don't you start us off with just a little bit of information about the Legends of Main Street?
Well, this is a 90-minute ghost walk that we've been organizing for about 2 years now, and it has quickly become one of our most popular tours. And we actually depart from the Suffolk Visitor Center, which is in the historic Nansemond County Courthouse building, and we leave from here, and it's a 90-minute tour through Main Street, along Main Street towards downtown, and you loop back through the cemetery after dusk. And we have a costumed tour guide, whether you're seeing a gentleman in a top hat or a lady in a full Victorian morning outfit or anything along those lines. You'll have the legends and lore of Main Street. We have spent approximately a year investigating, actually going and interviewing people who have homes or have had family members who grew up along the street and can tell us some of the fun stories that we hear about as far as what goes bump in the night.
And it's definitely an exciting time, but then especially so you figure with Halloween just around the corner. So, you know, whether you're a history buff or whether you're just looking to go out with a group of friends possibly and have a really good time downtown and then hit a restaurant afterwards, it's just a really fun time.
And this is actually an award-winning tour now. Recently with the Virginia Association of Convention and Visitors Bureaus, the Legends of Main Street of Suffolk Ghost Walk was honored with a Virgo Award for the Heritage Tourism Initiative of the Year. Because it's a fun way to get people interested in history, but it's also a way that you're learning about your town without even realizing it. And we have combined the best of mystery and ghost stories and history of the downtown area. And there are some snippets about some other parts of the city, but you'll definitely look at Suffolk in a different light afterwards.
Well, and it's funny that you say that because so often, you know, we don't really take advantage of the things, the special events and activities are really truly right in our own backyards.
Yes.
And this really is an opportunity, as you mentioned, to learn more about the history of the city, but then, as I mentioned, have a really good time while you're doing it as well.
Exactly, and it's very affordable. The ticket prices for adults are $10 each, and then seniors and military are $8. We don't recommend it for children younger than 9. So if you have say a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old, that's certainly fine, and that would be an $8 fee as well. So you make your reservations by contacting the Visitor Center at 514-4130, and we will put you on the list and you show up the day of. And I can tell you, if you don't mind me looking at my notes, we have upcoming tours on October 20th at 6 p.m., October 26th and 27th at 5:30 p.m., and November 3rd and 10th at 5 p.m. So we're going to extend this beyond Halloween, and we do this throughout the year, but obviously this is the perfect weather for it, and we like to concentrate them more around Halloween when people are looking to get a little scared, a little spooked along the way.
Well, and again, as I said, what better time than to come to our downtown and enjoy all that it has to offer than during this season as well.
And a 5:30 tour, it's an hour and a half, so you'll be done in time for dinner or drinks at one of our local eateries, and it's really perfect if you want to make it a date night or bring your friends out like you said. We've had several groups do kind of a ladies' night where they come out as a group of friends and they experience the Legends of Main Street and then go have dinner and drinks and have a good time. And then before heading home back to reality, it's just a nice way to come and venture through downtown.
Now, without giving away too much, is there just a special little tidbit to kind of share to get everybody's interest kind of peaked for this event?
There's a variety of stories, and I can tell you a couple that I have actually witnessed firsthand because, as you know, before we moved into the Nansemond County Courthouse, our visitor center was located in the historic Prentice House, which is one of the oldest standing homes in Suffolk, built around 1802. And I can confirm that it is occupied by other non-earthly guests. In fact, there was plenty of times when you would hear pitter patters on the steps of people running up and down the steps, but you'd find no one there. We actually had a remote control fly across the room, not once but twice, to the tune of about 16 feet. Water and lights being turned on by themselves, and the door locking from the inside. So altogether, it makes for a very spooky place. But it's a lovely place.
And we're both shivering.
Yeah. But after spending several years there, we quickly learned the ghosts were not malicious.
They were friendly.
Yes, like Casper himself. We thought often that it might be children, because certainly a lot of children were raised through that home, and during the 1800s, certainly lifespans were not as long, and they frequently lost children. Probably around the 10 to 12 year range, when we thought they were running up and down the steps and playing hide and seek. We had a couple of doors that would kind of pop open occasionally, and we often wondered if that was the old house settling, or if it was someone hiding and running out. But we talked to them. Once we realized that they weren't going to harm us, we would say, okay, now we have to get some work done, But that's just a tiny little bit of what you might see or hear on the tour, obviously put probably more eloquently than what I just had.
So definitely that, as I said, if you've not piqued anybody's interest now with that little story, I don't know what'll do it. But again, just a fantastic time to be able to come downtown and really enjoy the history, the folklore, and have a good time with this time of this year as well. Now, Lori, speaking of good times and folklore and so forth, I know there's another big event coming up out at Sleepy Hole. Let's talk about that.
Yep, on October 26th and 27th up at Sleepy Hole Park. We have the Legends of Sleepy Hole. Last year was actually a rain out, so we didn't get to have it. But this year, I don't know if we call it our second or third year, but we are on year 3 of planning it. So we do plan to move forward this year and have a great event like we planned last year. So.
Well, I have to say, my husband and I actually attended the first event. We had a fantastic time. I mean, getting out there, between the darkness, the woods, the hay ride, the fun and everything, the costumes that go along with it. If you're not ready for the season, you definitely will be after that experience.
Absolutely. It's not so much of a walk as it is more of a scare. Definitely a thrill and a scare type of ride or opportunity for people to enjoy Halloween.
So you'll
type
see
thing.
Zombies.
You'll see zombies.
Well, speaking of zombies, I guess you all could use some additional help out there then by way of volunteer zombies.
Absolutely. This is a very volunteer-based event. We need lots of volunteers to fill in. We rarely turn people away. If you have a costume and have some chops, I guess, to be able to portray characters, then we definitely need your help or need help from people. We need everything, and our volunteer coordinator, Jason Pittman, actually is putting together all of those characters. So
if anybody would like to volunteer their services, then definitely to contact Jason.
Yes, and they can give him a call at 514-7268.
Now, speaking of fun and thrills and so forth, not only do you have fun and thrills for, the young teens and the older adults and so forth, but you've got a great setup there for children as well, for those, so that you can bring the entire family out.
We do. The actual hayride, we say, is geared more towards 10 and up. Parents need to be the judge of how much their child can handle, but that is our recommendation. But we have the children's area for 10 and under. We have bounce houses, a craft activity, and then little things for them to do that isn't so scary, and of course candy. They're more than welcome to wear costumes. Go ahead, bring it out before Halloween, get it all nice, tweak it, do everything you need to do, break it in. But yeah, it's a great time, and that area is free. The ride is actually $5 per ride, so it is a bargain, and you get a bang for your buck, I guess.
But speaking of that, it's an actual fundraiser.
It is.
As well.
A portion of the proceeds will go towards the City of Suffolk's United Way campaign, which is a great opportunity to give back. And this event definitely supports part of our effort.
And I think one of the other things that was really nice about it out there was that you could go and, as I said, have a good time. It's a little bit of chill in the night, but you have refreshments there for sale as well.
We do. We have concessions available, and a portion of those proceeds go towards the United Way as well.
Now, ladies, if anybody wanted some additional information as to how to get tickets and so forth, Teresa will go ahead and kind of flip it back to you. Again, who do they contact for the Legends of Main Street?
You would contact the Suffolk Visitor Center. Our direct number is 514-4130, and our website is suffolk-fun.com. And we also post the Parks and Recreation events as well, such as Legends of Sleepy Hole. So suffolk-fun.com is a good resource for anyone looking for something to do.
Okay. And Lori, again, whether folks want to volunteer possibly to assist in the event, or again for families that are looking to get more information about bringing the kids out.
They can call our main office at 514-7250, or for volunteer purposes, they can contact Jason Pittman at 514-7268, and then of course refer to the tourism website for anything else.
Well, fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much, and we'll be right back with more on the scene in just a moment. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're with Teresa Earls again, the Tourism Development Manager with the City of Suffolk. And even though we've just talked about some of the legendary happenings in Suffolk, we've got some other really exciting fall events for family.
We do. We're making legends in our own right. We're actually very busy through the fall. You know, fall in Suffolk is always the busiest part of the year. With the Visitor Center and the Farmers Market, which is located in the pavilion behind the Visitor Center, on October 20th, which is a Saturday, we will have a showing of The Lorax, which is Dr. Seuss's animated movie that came out, I believe, earlier this year. And it's all about loving the environment and planting trees and that sort of thing. It's a fun family film. 6 o'clock in the pavilion. It's free and open to the public. We will have some concessions for sale benefiting the United Way as part of our United Way campaign, and we will have some chairs. We'll have probably about 50 seats or so, and then others are encouraged to, you know, maybe bring a portable chair or a blanket or whatever. You know, the idea is to kind of maybe bundle up. I would like to say you're going to need a jacket, but around here you just never know.
Isn't that the truth?
So it may be really warm, it may be cool, but whatever it's going to be a good time.
Oh, it certainly will. And again, just a really nice time to bring the family out, to bring the kids out, and really get excited about a great, I mean, how often do you get a chance for an outdoor movie?
Exactly.
So.
And we're hoping that we're going to give you lots of more chances. We'd like to do this on a regular basis. Of course, the daylight is what really influences it, because you have to be able to show a movie at night where people can actually see it. But we do plan on doing movies on a regular basis, all family oriented, of course. I have a coworker who's really wanting to see The Wizard of Oz, so we'll see about that one. I don't know about the flying monkeys. Yeah. We'll work on that. But the following weekend is October 27th, and while we do have our farmers market every Saturday from 9 to 1, we often have programs at the market that are, you know, activities and that sort of thing open to the public. And on October 27th, that is our Harvest Day, and we are going to have musician that does bluegrass folk music. His name is Reg Lanning. We'll also have complimentary face painting, and we'll have crafts for kids, which will include a decorate your own trick-or-treat bag. We'll have fabric trick-or-treat bags at no cost and fabric markers, so the kids can come out and decorate them, and you go home and you pop them in the dryer so that the ink doesn't wash off, and then you have your trick-or-treat bag and you can use it year after year.
Well, and that's fun too. Come out, pick out a pumpkin, maybe get some gourds for your fall display or for Thanksgiving and so forth, and again, just really have a good time.
Exactly, and a lot of our vendors, they have homemade jellies and jams and pickles, and they have fresh fruits and produce, and we also have a lot of crafters, and so you're going to have crocheted items and wooden toys.
Oh, get some early holiday shopping in.
Exactly, and just as a sneak peek, a little preview, on December 1st we are going to have a holiday gift fair at the pavilion, which will be an artisan craft fair. So just keep that in mind when you're talking about shopping. Yeah. Come back on December 1st.
What do you get that person that has everything? You're looking for that unique one-of-a-kind gift. So.
And it's everything from jewelry to, like I said, handmade toys and home-baked breads and rolls and yeast rolls and things that you can use for your everyday, you know, family, or you can have like special occasion type things. I know that collards are going to be coming up pretty soon, and I cannot wait. So we have some vendors that are just waiting for you to come and get your collards for Thanksgiving.
So yeah, definitely. As I said, everything you need to celebrate the holidays, you can certainly
You're making me hungry.
I know.
Which, you know, of course now.
Speaking of hungry, that's a perfect time to segue into the restaurant week. And I know the biannual, as far as you have your wonderful spring restaurant week, and now looking forward to the fall restaurant week as well.
We do. We call it our encore because our spring restaurant week is our culinary showcase, and we loved it so much we decided to do it again. So we have a fall culinary encore, and this is, gosh, I want to say the third year we've done the second restaurant week in the year. It's November 3rd through the 10th, and we usually have about 15 restaurants from across the city, both downtown, northern, and all throughout. And what we do is it's a price fixed menu at either a deluxe level or a premier level. Deluxe offers lunch at $10 and dinner at $20, and premier is $15 and $30, and then that includes 3 courses. So you're getting an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, and you're getting full portions. You're not getting tiny little samples. You're getting a great option of, you know, sampling maybe perhaps what's on their regular menu, and sometimes it's a special menu. And each restaurant comes up with their own menu, the restaurant week menu, and you have choices. So for instance, you may have 3 or 4, you know, appetizers to choose from, the same with entrees, and then again with appetizers, and then you can still order off the regular menu if you choose. But the idea is that this is your chance to get out and explore, and for $30, an all-inclusive, you know, as far as appetizer, entree, and dessert menu, for some of these restaurants, that is an enormous deal.
Definitely a bargain.
Yes, so get out there and try it. And for some of the restaurants, you know, you'll find them on our website, suffolk-fun.com, and if you click on Dine, there's a restaurant week page. And as we add restaurants, they'll be added there, along with their hours of operation and their downloadable menus. So you can make your reservations if need be, and you can plan whether a restaurant requires certain attire or if it's just a casual family restaurant, but you can plan ahead. And if you do it right, you can have lunch and dinner at a different place every day
that week. I know, that's
exactly.
my kind of event.
It's a Saturday to Saturday, so you can try Saturday and Sunday, and oh my goodness. And some of them aren't open on Mondays because that's kind of traditional Sunday, Monday, so you check that out and you plan accordingly.
Well, and again, I think there's so many hidden gems in terms of restaurants, and all across the city actually, but especially downtown. I mean, we have had so many wonderful restaurants open within the last few years and just offer spectacular menus, service, friendliness. It's just unbelievable.
And I'm starting to call our downtown area a dining district, because so many chef-owned and operated eateries have opened up. And I expect to see, say, Harper's Table and the Plaid Hatter, 2 of our most recent additions, participating in Restaurant Week as well. And of course, downtown, we also have the Plaid Turnip and Barron's Pub and Mosaic and Amici's and Indulge and Rosa's Coffee Cantina. We have all these great places to stop and eat. And of course, if you're looking at the northern end, traditionally, Riverstone Chop House and Vintage Tavern are great advocates for Restaurant Week. And Vintage Tavern is one of the top restaurants in the nation, and it gets awards every year. It's absolutely wonderful. And Broken Egg Bistro is a wonderful participant for us as well. Oh my
gosh, the omelets there are just absolutely amazing.
I haven't gotten past the I think it's called Bob's Trucker Breakfast. Whatever it is, it's yummy, and they're spicy Asian wings. So we've been really fortunate to have great participation from our restaurants, and it's a wonderful price point. So you can either eat lunch, you know, for $10 and go up to a $30 dinner. That's amazing.
Well, and especially, as you mentioned, to check out really a world-class restaurant, too. I mean, how many other opportunities do you have to do that? So.
And date night for $30 a person at a world-class restaurant is dynamite. It truly is.
Now, as I mentioned, you know, we had talked earlier in today's segment about coming and enjoying some of the other legendary events downtown and so forth. So what better way than to come down, do some shopping, eat, and so forth, right? As I said, in your own backyard. Why travel somewhere else when we have it all here?
Well, and we like to remind people what kind of unique shopping opportunities we have. We have lots of boutiques now downtown that are growing and changing, and Suffolk has become a great place for business owners to kind of set up their dream, where people that have wanted to open their own business and have something special all these years, and now they come here and they have these great offerings. Some of the newer places like Cordially Invited downtown, and now we have a new wine shop, C3 Vino, that does wine, craft beers.
Tastings and everything too.
Every Friday night.
Yep.
Every Friday night they do complimentary wine tastings. And even places like Amici's on Monday, they do a wine around the world dinner that you can get meals and wine pairings. We have a lot more to offer than I think some people realize, because now we're all guilty of it. When it's in your own backyard, you don't always pay attention. But we're here to remind people that it's not just a place for visitors, it's a place for residents to support their community, to be really proud. Working
it's all part of the Love Local by Suffolk.
Exactly,
too,
that's what I was thinking about. The whole Love Local by Suffolk, we have been really pushing the support of our local businesses, because so much more of your spending goes back to your local community. And if you want to keep stimulating your local economy, that's a wonderful way to do it. Instead of, you know, not that we all you know, certainly support big box stores and that sort of thing because of, you know, certain necessities. But, you know, buying a special gift for someone, or a birthday gift, or, you know, a shower gift or a bridal gift, what a perfect way to do it, to go to a place where you're not going to see that item on every shelf.
Right.
Be unique. So that's what we're
Well,
looking for.
Teresa, as I said, again, thank you so much for all that you do to promote the city. You do a fantastic job.
Thank you.
And we are so excited about these upcoming fall events.
Yes.
Now, if anybody has any last-minute questions, how to get information, how can they reach you?
The best way to get a hold of us is either via our telephone number or our website. So it's 514-4130, or our website, which is suffolk-fun.com. And like I said, for Restaurant Week, you click on Dine and you'll see a Restaurant Week tab. We also have a Suffolk Farmers Market tab under Shop. So whether you're looking for Restaurant Week or shopping, tours, and everything in between, our regular calendar events, it's all at suffolk-fun.com.
Well, Teresa, thank you so much again for joining us, and we really appreciate all the fantastic information that you shared with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for On the Scene. We'll see you next time.